Well guys, I bought this CarbonUp clutch cover. I thought, well, you know what, I may as well do an install video. So I've got the big KTM 500 laying down here on its stand. If you don't lay it down there, then you probably need to drop the oil, because otherwise when you take the clutch cover off, you'll leak oil, obviously, right? And no one wants to do that. So what you really need for this job is a T30 Torx bit, some way of taking it off, and a torque wrench. But no, torque wrench is obvious, is not really required, but no, if you got one you may as well use it. And outside the shed here we've got the big girl. She's just come back from 4,200 kilometres of a round trip to the MotoGP, which is awesome. And went through a couple of tyres while I was on the road as well, so just wore them out, just lots and lots of corners. So this is what you get in the CarbonUp cover. One awesome cover. Apparently almost unbreakable, this thing. And I don't know, it looks like some little tool, they reckon, to put in these couple of little spaces. And I'm actually not sure yet whether I've got an O-ring under here or whether I've got a gasket, but they give you the gasket as well. And apparently you're not supposed to put these little spaces in too far, otherwise because they hold the gasket in place. Anyway, I'll get back to you in a minute.
A few moments later.
Okay, just let me check the length of those bolts, make sure they're all the same. So far 3 shorties. Yep, a long one over here. And a long one over here. These two the same length. Oh, couldn't get easier. Alright, let's throw those down here somewhere. No Loctite, so clearly don't need any Loctite to go back on there. I'll take this off at the moment because I'm going to need it for the new one. We have an O-ring, so clearly there's no gasket required. Alright, so even though I don't need the gasket, I'm still going to have to put those spaces in there because the holes in the original cover are significantly smaller than the holes in this CarbonUp cover. So I'll do that next. Right. Oh, that's pretty easy. Yeah, okay. Well, it looks like you can't put the these in too far because otherwise the little piece here stops it. But I guess I'll push down when I go to do it back up again. Definitely looks like they made it idiot proof, so I knew I was going to be doing it sooner or later. I know. Well, given the fact we've got a no gasket, I reckon push and flush. What's the worst can happen, I say. Let's throw my little cover back in there. Roll cap. Maybe one of these days I'll get a bling one. Oh, she's a bit tight. You know what? It's only got a seal. Oh yeah, just in case you're wondering why I have there's no brake pedal. Well, that's because I run a Clake 2, and I decided to completely remove the brake pedal and teach myself to brake just with my one of the fingers off my left hand, as it just the same as what you would do if you're riding a mountain bike, which is kind of good, because you might notice sometimes when you're going across a hill or something like that, you want to be able to put your right leg down, but you can't put your right leg down because you're too busy to use the brake. Or even going down a hill, you've got far more feel with your hand than what you've got with using your boot. Oh, there is one other way, and one other thing for having the brake up on the next to the clutch, and that is that when you're going down a hill, you can lean right back, and you haven't got to worry about getting your trying to bend your foot forward to try and hit the brake. Now, these are supposed to be at 10 Newton meters, and given the fact I've got a torque wrench, you know what, you may as well use it, because it's nothing worse than breaking a bolt in your engine, and because that's no fun at all. Oh, there you go. That was pretty easy. You can still see that if you need to run the, you still got a rear brake pedal. There's still the spot there for the spring to hook up to. But in my case, I didn't need to worry about it. This is that Clake 2. So it's got one finger clutch, which you can do your clutch one finger anyway. It's really not that difficult with these bikes. It's hydraulic clutches, and you've got your brake here as well. Right? So, but when I pull my brake, it'll actually pull my clutch in as well. So going down a hill, the bike won't stall, and or I can just feather the clutch. Yeah, it's a trick bit of gear. Now, the only problem is that doesn't necessarily make me a better rider, but doesn't hurt either.